Okay, today I'm going to pipe a Caticorn, a unikitty, whatever you want to call it, a cat that's a unicorn. I'm using an 808 tip for the body and the head. For the legs, I'm just using a cut bag. It's probably like the size of a 10 or 12 round tip. I'm using different riders, I call them riders, for the detail work, if I have any. And then for the rose, for the collar, I'm going to use a 104. To smooth, I just use a small black spat to smooth the body and the head. When I make my rose, I just use a plastic lollipop stick. I do my roses on a stick. And I generally just buy a tub of the Wilton's decorator icing. And I always use Americolor gels because I think they make the best color. So before you start, you can find a bowl or anything that is a circle shape, and then you can either just stamp your cake. I'm just going to freehand it. So I start with my 808, and I'm just going to pipe the body. And then I'm just going to smooth it out. And also something I wanted to mention is if you just mix the icing in the bag, it should get rid of most of the air bubbles. That way it's nice and smooth. It's not going to be perfectly smooth, but I'm going to add details and stuff. And that's the body. And there's the head. If you use like a wet towel or something that's got some warm water it'll usually smooth the icing out even better. Now I'm going to pipe on his legs, and these are just 2 straight lines that go down the middle. And you can either leave them that way, or you can just, you know, smooth them out. Now I'm going to do his tail, and I'm going to start about right here, and I'm going to take it up and over the bottom of his legs. And you can use any colors that you want. And once I get the general shape on there, I'm just going to fill in. And then I'm going to go back over it with not so much pressure to kind of even out the areas that I didn't do that perfectly and to make it more like hair. And then to make this more pleasing to the eye, I'm going to do a bow. And this is just going to be like triangles. Start with a lot of pressure, and then when you bring it up, you just let off on your pressure. And then you put a dot right in the middle. I'm going to put on his ears. And then I'm just going to fill in, and I'm just going to go back and forth. So you do the outline first, and then you just go back and forth. Now I'm going to put on his corn or horn. And this is just like a spiral motion up, and then when you get to the top, you just want to let up off your pressure. Then I'm going to add some hair to the top and the sides. So these are just going to be sweeping motions in whatever color you want. Okay, for the hair on the side, you want to go this way and then you want to come back the other way. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm going to put on his cheeks. And this is just 2 balls, and you just push hard and then you let up off your pressure. I'm going to use a writer for his nose. And then at the same time at the bottom I'll put on a little tongue. For the black, you kind of want to just drag the icing, the black tip of the black tip through the white, not necessarily drawing, but kind of just dragging it on there for his eyes. And they're just 2 moon shapes. And then you just drag it through there for his eyelashes. For the whiskers, you just want to draw them on, but you kind of just watch the icing fall on. Okay, for his collar, you can do a straight collar. I like to do a swirl motion because it's easier to control than trying to do a straight line with icing. And then I'll put on the rose. And then anywhere you've, you know, put your rose on, you just want to add a leaf to cover up any of the area that you touched. You can put clouds on, and clouds are, you build your icing and then you kind of just swirl it out. You start it over a little bit more that way and swirl it out. And then you can add different colored dots. In different sizes. Now, if you want to put like little flowers, up by the unicorn, you can, and those are just like little dots, and then you just add a center. And then you can write on it on the bottom, or you can write on it on the top. I think I'll outline this bow. And you just watch the icing drop. Instead of drawing it on, you watch it drop onto the cake. And then you can add different colored dots. I always do my dots in different sizes. And that is the Unikitty.